Okay, my name's William Hunt, born in Mansfield, Ohio. I'm 89 years old. I live down by Belleville. To this day, I'll never forget it. A good friend of mine, Major McMullen, they couldn't bore sight the guns here on the fighter plane. They flew them up to Alpena, Michigan, where they had arranged to do that. And Major McMullen, on this day, was ferrying aircraft back and forth. And he'd made 2 trips up and back. And the last time he went up, of course, I always talked to him and helped him in the cockpit. And he was a good friend of mine. And he said, I'll be back before quitting time. We quit at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And about 3:45, the fire chief and I was standing out in front of the hangar. We knew he was due back. And we was back, and then all at once we heard the siren going off. And what the heck is going on? So we run and jump in the little truck. Here Mac had a straight-in approach from Alpena. They called him and told him there's a light aircraft in the vicinity. He said, I see him, and I don't know what happened, but he crashed. He was killed. Jack Kramer, the chief, and I was the first one out there. The aircraft's over here in a pile of trash. He's sitting there in the field in the seat. And I said, he's still alive. And Jack said, I don't think so. And then Mac reached up and took his helmet off and died. I wake up at night for years, that's all I can see. It's hard. It's as hard as it was when my wife died. My wife died a year ago. I had trauma for that, but I can still see that with him, and I talk to him at the VA, but it's just, you know. And one of my people who worked for me, he had nervous breakdown. He'd get out, he couldn't handle it. I never heard the report, but I think maybe what happened was when he come in, of course, the aircraft landed around 160 miles an hour. And he already looked up and seen it. Maybe the sun was in his face, I don't know, when he looked down. But he didn't ride the crash, he ejected, but his chute, he wasn't high enough for the chute to even come out of the pack, but he was sitting in the seat on the other side over there. So we was all on a crash crew. See, they didn't have any fire station people then. We was on a crash crew. We worked at different places. If they motor pool needed help, we went to motor pool and helped. We helped wherever they needed. We built buildings out there. We dug ditches. We did the janitor work until the union got into it, and then they had to do it. But we were just all around workers, you know.